Let's get it started from Baton Rouge. Unbeaten South Carolina getting LSU. It's a 2-point game, fourth quarter, when Jeremy Hill takes the handoff and takes off, going 50 yards for the game-breaking touchdown. He ran for 124 and a pair of scores. LSU had 406 yards of offense, and the Gamecocks 211. Final seconds, Connor Shaw tips and picked. It's Craig Lawson that seals it for the Bayou Bengals as they hand the Gamecocks their first loss. Post-game, Edward Ashoff with the star of the game. It's Hill.
A game like this, ton of pressure at home with that raucous crowd, but playing a top-5 team, how much did it mean to play as well as you did and help your team as much as you did?
It felt good tonight, man. Everyone doubting us, man. It kind of just motivated us as a team, and we just came out there and showed the world what we can do as a team. And it started with the O-line. They did a great job, and the running backs run downhill hard. So it was just kind of a whole unit just coming together tonight, and we just got the victory.
Eddie Lacy and T.J. Yeldon combined for 321 rush yards and 5 touchdowns, while top-ranked Alabama held Missouri to a total of 3 rushing yards in a 42-10 romp. The Tide have won 10 straight games, all by 19-plus points. And welcome to College Football Final Extra. I'm Jim Basquil. Geno Smith and the West Virginia Mountaineers took their video game offense to Lubbock on Saturday, where Smith continued his Heisman quest, having thrown 258 straight passes without an interception. He extended that streak, but was outshined by a quarterback who wore the Red Raider jersey. Fifth-ranked West Virginia puts their unbeaten mark on the line against Texas Tech, but Seth Doege had a huge day, hooking up with Eric Ward in the first, had the Red Raiders up 14. Later in the third, it's Doege finding Darren Moore, one of his 3 touchdowns. Doege had 6 scoring strikes, threw for 499, and the Red Raiders hand the Mountaineers their first loss and do it easy. David Ubben with some post-game perspective.
Fans rushed the field after a 49-14 win over number 5 West Virginia. A lot of little things went wrong for West Virginia. Not a ton of disasters, no huge negative plays, but they just couldn't stop Texas Tech's offense, which was nothing new. But for the first time all season, West Virginia's offense really did look lost. We saw Maryland stymie this offense earlier this season. Texas Tech's defense put a whole lot more into that, but unlike Maryland, they were able to put up a whole lot of points. West Virginia certainly, to this point, looked like the best team in the Big 12. Plenty of questions now. Can they keep it together? Next week, a big game against Kansas State.
Smith threw for 275 and a touchdown and now has 25 scoring passes without an INT this season. But Saturday didn't measure up to what he had done through the first 5, which included a completion percentage of better than 81 and nearly 400 pass yards a game. His Mountaineers could be one of those contenders turned pretender. It's the subject of Ivan Mazel's National Take.
Week 7 has concluded in college football. 2 teams in the top 5 go down. South Carolina on the road to LSU. West Virginia learned what going to Lubbock is all about in the Big 12. A shocking loss, 49-14. We knew something was going to happen this week with so many top 10 teams on the road. We lost 2 of them as contenders for the national championship until everybody else loses. And I think as we hit the midway point of the season, it's time to realize that not everybody's going to be this perfect, and teams are going to fall in and out of the race, and still Alabama and Oregon on top.
It's the 107th version of the Red River rivalry, and this one was one-sided. Oklahoma all over Texas on Saturday. First quarter, that's Damian Williams, and he is gone. 95 yards on the touch. The Sooners had a 13-2 edge, and they add to it. Still in the second quarter, they were up 27. Blake Bell, one of his 4 touchdown runs, as the Sooners roll up 677 yards of offense and pace the Longhorns 63-21. Notre Dame remained unbeaten following a controversial goal line stand to beat Stanford in overtime. The Irish stopped Stephen Taylor inches from the end zone on 4th down, though replays did show his knee never hit the ground before reaching the ball across the goal line. The officials ruled the whistle had blown, which meant the play was stopped. Matt Fortuna with Notre Dame defensive lineman Louis Nix on that pivotal defensive stand.
This is a team that outrushed you by about 400 yards over the last 3 years combined. Were you surprised to see them go up the middle on the goal line there, and how much pride do you take in winning them by beating them at what has been their trademark the last couple of years?
You know, I wasn't surprised at all. Stanford is a great team, you know, and they want to hit you in the mouth, and they haven't let down on anybody, and that's what they did. They came straight at us like they planned to, and they were successful a couple of times, but, you know, we played hard and we fought back and came out with a W.
Unbeaten Ohio State getting Indiana. We'll pick it up fourth quarter. It's Braxton Miller hooking up with Devin Smith. He had 2 catches for 106 yards and a pair of touchdowns. This one covering 46. Had the Buckeyes up top 52-34, but Indiana fights back later in the fourth. Nate Sudfeld hooks up with Stephen Houston, 25 yards to the end zone. They get the 2-point conversion and get it into a 3-point game. So the ensuing onside, Indiana needs it. Doesn't quite work out in their favor. Philly Brown is on it, and the Buckeyes survive. Ohio State had 578 yards of offense and improved to 7-0. Pair of top 25s and a wild one from Shreveport. That's Johnny Manziel, who had 577 yards of offense, including 181 on the ground. This, one of his 6 total touchdowns, covers 72 yards and had A&M up 59-44. But the Bulldogs fight back. Colby Cameron, Quentin Patton hooking up. Patton had 21 catches for 233, and this is 4th touchdown, covers 62 yards. Had Louisiana Tech within 8. They got the onside kick, got another touchdown, needed this 2-point conversion, but didn't get it. The teams combined for over 1,300 yards of offense, and it's A&M hanging on by a deuce. Minnesota coach Jerry Kill suffered another seizure following Saturday's game against Northwestern. He was taken to a local hospital as a precaution, and the school will update his condition on Sunday. Kill suffered several seizures last season, most notably on the sideline during a game against New Mexico State. You can check out more of Saturday's college football highlights right here on ESPN.com. But that'll do it for College Football Final Extra. Thanks for watching, and we hope to have you back next week.